Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Bishop Cuthbert Park here in Hartlepool. Today I'm taking a gentle walk through this green space on the edge of Bishop Cuthbert Estate. It's a place that's part local park, park open field, part community gathering spot. It's one of those areas that means different things to different people. For some it's a dog walking route or a quiet patch of fresh air. For others it's somewhere that could offer so much more with a little extra care. As always, this relaxed walk through, just taking things as they are on the day of filling them. As you enter the park, the fresh impression is one of openness. Wide grassy spaces stretch out ahead, framed by rows of modern houses that make up the Bishop Cuthbert Estate. On a bright day, there's something quite peaceful about it. The scent of suburban green lungs, giving residents a place to pause, to walk the dog, or simply enjoy a bit of space away from the road. There's a simplicity here. No major landscaping, no grand design, just open grass footpaths and trees standing alone against the skyline. But some visitors that's exactly what they want, somewhere calm and uncluttered. The one thing that Bishop Cuthbert Park is known for locally is its dog walking community. You'll often see dogs bounding across the fields, enjoying the freedom of the open space, and on quieter days the sounds of birds and the breeze across the grass give the area a surprisingly gentle feel. Despite the estate being fairly modern, the park has already become part of daily routine for many local residents. A spot to stretch their legs after work, a shortcut for school runs, or just a place to sit for a moment when the weather allows. It's a reminder that parks don't always have to be filled with features or attractions. Sometimes it's simply about giving the community a bit of fresh air and room to breathe. Like many parks around the northeast, especially ones positioned near large housing estates, the experience can change depending on what time you visit and what's been happening recently, and that's where Bishop Cuthbert Park shows its side. In recent years, residents have raised concerns about antisocial behaviour here, things like motorbikes cutting across the grass, litter building up around the edges, and small areas of vandalism have all taken their turn in local news. There have been community meetings involving councillors and police, all trying to work out how to manage the problem and to make the space feel more welcoming again. It's not constant, and it's not the whole story, but it's part of life here in the park, and you do see traces if you walk through. One of the more striking things I came across in the day film was a burnt out car left on the edge of the park. It's always a bit surreal seeing something like that in a peaceful residential area. The shell of the car sits blackened and hollow, a stark contrast against the clean lines of the nearby houses. Charred metal and the lingering smoke tell the story long after the flames have died down. From a creative point of view, it's certainly atmospheric. From a community point of view, it's a reminder that challenges face these areas. Scenes like this make it clear why residents feel frustrated, especially families who would love to see the park reaching its full potential as a safe, tidy space for children. But capturing it on film gives the truthful picture of the park as it stands today, a mix of a calm green space with occasional signs of neglect and deviant behaviour. Of the park, a small bandstand area sits beyond the open fields. Once intended as a focal point for community gatherings, it's now something of a symbol for ongoing maintenance issues. Over the time it's suffered a bit, marks on the roof, scuffs on the surrounding areas, and the sense that it hasn't been given the attention it deserves. Some residents have commented on the damage and the nuisance behaviour tends to cluster around it, especially in evenings when groups gather here. Still, it stands as a reminder of what the park could be with a little care, a place for small events, local music or community meetups. What's interesting about Bishop Cuthbert Park is how changeable and atmospheric it feels. On a quiet morning or early afternoon, it's a generally pleasant space. Birdsong, open sky and calmness makes it an easy place to switch off and enjoy a walk. You can see why dog owners like it and why some residents describe the estate as peaceful and well maintained. The surrounding streets are tidy, the houses are modern, and the general layout of the neighbourhood feels clean and open. The park itself carries a kind of dual identity, part well-used suburban green space, part space that's still finding its footing and struggling with occasional disruption. The outer pathways of the park give you a clear picture of potential. Long open stretches of grass could be perfect for games, exercise routines, or even small community projects like wildflower planting or nature areas. There's plenty of room for benches, probably more trees. Subtle landscape could turn this place into an even more polished, inviting park, something that feels like a true centrepiece of the estate. It's the kind of place where small improvements could make a massive difference. Local discussions in the last couple of years have hinted at possible improvements, better fencing, repairs to the bandstand, maintaining the CCTV, and increased monitoring to reduce nuisance behaviour. Residents have been vocal and involved, which is always a positive sign, and when you walk through here you do get the sense that this park has untapped potential. The bones are here, the space is here, and the community clearly cares about it. It just needs a bit of help to balance the calm daytime atmosphere with a sense of safety and pride throughout the week. So that's Bishop Cuthbert Park, a mixed experience but an honest one. There's openness, fresh air and friendly neighbourhoods surrounding it, but there's a strong dog working presence, and on the right day it can feel really peaceful. But there are also the rougher edges: litter, occasional vandalism, nuisance bike, and on the day visit the unusual sight of a burnt out car quietly sitting on the grass. What you get is a snapshot of a community space in transition, somewhere with potential, but with challenges that need attention. As always, my walk and review is simply about capturing the atmosphere on its day, and Bishop Cuthbert Park gives you a little bit of everything: calm views, open skies, and the reminders of real life that shape many public parks across the northeast. Thanks for joining me on this walk. If you enjoyed these relaxed reviews, please feel free to join me again next time as I continue exploring more places across our region. Thanks for watching. Please like, sharing, subscribing. It will help the channel grow. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Please enjoy the remaining footage.